Now, I think quite possibly this is the heaviest book that we've talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And it's one of those things where it's a question if people are even going to want to listen to this. And I understand that. I understand that some people did not make it through this reading. And some people listen to it. Some people are going to buy this book, which they should. And some people are going to take this as a message from somebody who has seen evil in a way that not too many people can claim to have seen. In a person that has had their every freedom taken from them and their lives and their destiny put into the hands of sadistic people. Now, if you did make it this far, I will let this end on an incredibly positive note and message from the author. And he says this: "My time as a prisoner of the Japanese helped shape and determine my path in life just as much as my childhood did. Like it or not, the horrors did happen to me and to thousands of others. Yet some good has come out of it. My ordeal has made me a much more patient, caring person. Inspired by the devotion of our hard-pressed medics on the death railway, I was able to care for my young daughter when she was ill, and for my late wife, who required 24-hour attention in the last stages of her life. While in Japan and working with my friend Dr. Mathewson, I vowed to spend the rest of my life helping others, and I am so pleased to say that I have done so. It is where my satisfaction comes from nowadays. I have tried to use my experiences in a positive fashion and have adopted a motto from them, which I never tire of telling others. There is no such word as can't. I have not allowed my life to be blighted by bitterness. At 90 years of age, I have lived a long life and continue to live it to the fullest. I enjoyed a long marriage to my wife, and I have been fortunate to have a family and to enjoy their success. I have amazed my doctors, my friends, my family, and myself by remaining fit. I am grateful for my present way of life after all the turmoil that life has thrown at me, and thankful to have retained my sense of humor. Most importantly, I now visit schools to tell pupils of what really happened in the Far East during those terrible war years. In my 91st year, I am fortunate enough, despite the best efforts of the Japanese Imperial Army, to have the vim and vigor required to tell a new generation of how we suffered. Scandalously, our sufferings, which have haunted all of us Far East prisoners of war throughout our lives, were only recognized by the British government in the year 2000, when it offered compensation of £10,000 to remaining survivors. Unbelievably, the British taxpayer had to pay out that paltry sum, and not the culpable Japanese government. I hope this book will stand as an indictment of the criminal regime that ran Japan during the war years and the failure of successive Japanese governments to face up to their crimes. But I hope, too, that it will be inspirational and offer hope to those who suffer adversity in their daily lives, especially in these difficult times. Life is worth living. And no matter what it throws at you, it is important to keep your eyes on the prize of that happiness will come. Even when the death railway reduced us to little more than animals, humanity, in the shape of our saintly medical officers, triumphed over barbarism. Remember, while it always seems darkest before the dawn, perseverance pays off, and the good times will return. May health and happiness be yours. Alistair Urquhart. July 2009. Life is worth living.
Jeez.
Yeah. The book is The Forgotten Highlander. It is a phenomenal read. It is a reality check. It is incredibly moving. And I highly recommend you buy it, you read it, and you understand what the world is. You get a better understanding of what the world is about. And I know I definitely got a better understanding of what the world is about in reading this.